Sage again for another video, and this video I'm gonna start introducing the frames for those who are new and how to get them. Now I don't know how to get every single frame, so I'm gonna try to tell you everything I know. But anyways, let's start. So of course, first of all, we'll start with Inars. Now, Inars isn't that much of a tank when it comes to shields, but the tank parts about him are the armor and health, since it's pretty much high. And he could retrieve his power, well. To get him, you're gonna need to do the sense of Inars. Yes, and for that, you're gonna need to be Master Rank 5, and you have to purchase it from Barracuteer. In case you don't know who's Barracuteer, he's a void merchant. He gets you some things straight from the void. Like I got my Prisma Daedalus chestplate from him. But of course you need a specific currency. It's named ducats. Now to get ducats, you're gonna need a lot of work. But it's pretty much easy to get if you put a lot of work on it. Anyways, on to the next frame. Excalibur. Now, getting him is really easy because he's a starter, so you could choose him as well. But in case you didn't choose him as a starter, but you want him with your starter between brackets, Volt or Mag, you could actually purchase the blueprints for his components and himself from the clan dojo. You have to research it. And there's another way, and that's to go to the Conclave. Now, for the Conclave, it is pretty much a bit screwed, because you're gonna need to do lots of Conclave, I believe, and you have to get the Syndicate points, but just like all the other 6 Syndicates, except for Mountain Mars, and well, you get the point. Anyways, of course, the next one I want to go to is Limbo. Now, Limbo is pretty much one that could go through, that could create a rift between our world and the void. Now, for those who don't know what the void is, it's pretty much a big energy surge. And basically in the second dream, may contain spoilers everybody, in the second dream we find that that the moon, which is not here, was actually thought destroyed, but is actually found in the void. Inside the void, you're gonna find the moon. But the only way to do it is to finish the second dream. That time you'll unlock the moon. As you can see, for that you're gonna need to finish the Nata. Now, well, let's go to the... But anyways, to craft Limbo, you're actually gonna need to finish the Limbo Theorem. And now, the Limbo Theorem is one of the hardest theorems, hardest missions, one of the hardest ones, for me, of course. Unless you're good in solo interception, you will suck at it unless you have a full squad. Like, this is the only way. That is the only way I could finish it. It was pretty darn hard. So, anyways, the next one I'm gonna go to is Chroma, my favorite frame. Now, Chroma is pretty much a tank by his own. The only thing that makes him underrated is the modding. His modding is so fucking hard unless you unless you know how to use with everything. Like, for beginners, it will suck. It will suck as hell. Well, and that's why he's pretty much underrated. I'd actually recommend you to know more about mods before you get to Chroma. Now, I know Chroma here doesn't really look that good, but here's my Chroma. So basically, I've actually put in a deluxe skin, and I mean, he's still the same Chroma, but the deluxe skin makes him better looking, good looking. Now, anyways, on to Ash. Now, Ash is pretty much the stealthiest of the frames. He's not that good at armor or energy. He's not a great tank. So don't think of using him in defense missions a lot, because you're gonna get screwed. I'm telling you. But the best thing you could use for him is actually he's a health. Now, I don't know exactly where to find his parts. But anyways, moving on. And for the next frame, we're gonna start with Atlas. I don't know how to get him as well, but basically he's like the stone frame. He's much tankier than Chroma, but still, same energy, same health, same shields. The only different thing is the armor, making him more tank than Chroma. But if you could mod him well, Chroma well, he could be stronger than Atlas, even when modded. Now, I don't know how to get him, so don't ask me about that. Anyways, moving on. Yes, Banshee. Now, Banshee is the sound frame. She uses sonic attacks, sound, and she's pretty much darn powerful. Yes, I'll go to Amber in a moment, but I have to explain it. Now, to get Banshee, I am not sure how. And she's not pretty much a good tank, so yeah, don't think of getting her to defense missions. Anyways, moving on, there's Amber. She actually sacrifices armor for offensive, so she would be great, and I mean great, in defense, in extermination missions.
But he doesn't know how to get her.
And to get her, you have to go to the boss in Saturn.
Yeah, but I killed him. I shot him.
Would you shut up?
No!
You ruined one stream, don't ruin the next one.
I will ruin everything.
Oh yeah, by the way, spoilers of body. To get Chroma, you need to finish the the new stranger, and well, that sadly we'll have to fight Chroma himself. And for them, and as I was seeing here, he uses the plasma sword. I think it's a plasma sword. But anyways, moving on.
أبوني الصف إنه تقرأ عندك.
Summer bus. Anyways. So no, but that's for another video. Why? Okay, sorry guys. Anyways, next thing is Equinox. Now I don't know how to exactly get Equinox, but he's pretty much a balanced frame. Now, if now she could be used as a support frame, it could be used as a support frame or an offensive frame. Now, that depends on which ability you use. And I don't really like it much, so moving on. Yes, Frost. Now, Frost is pretty much a tank. He has more shields but less energy and health. So, he's basically almost like me. He almost has my abilities. And he's one of my elementals, just like Ember. Anyways, moving on to the newest.
My second frame.
To the newest frame, Harrow. Now, Harrow, I don't really recommend him for defense missions, because his armor is pretty much dense, but not good for defense.
But he could.
See the rhyme here? Anyways,
He removes his armor
the
to make everybody powerful.
yes, Summer. I know.
Get him!
Shut up.
You shut up!
Anyways, his shields are pretty high as Frost, but the armor is the problem. It's pretty much a big problem. But anyways, moving on. Hydroid. Now I know where to get Hydroid. It's from Vehak, but I don't recommend to do solo Vehak because, well,
Tenno,
he's
there's
pretty
a
much hard.
mission alert available. Check navigation.
But anyways, Hydroid is pretty much a weak tank. Like, he's not good for defense. He's not a tank, unlike an Overseer. But anyways, moving on, Ivara. Now, Ivara isn't a tank, but she has more energy to use her arrows here. Now, she's pretty much an offensive frame, although it doesn't look like it, but she does get more powerful. Now, starting with the first support frame, Loki. Now, Loki isn't that powerful in offense and defense, but his strong point is being a support frame. You could use switch teleport, or he could disappear.
He could teleport.
That's what switch teleport does. Anyways, moving on. That's another starter, Mag.
He did not understand some limbo.
I told him about Limbo.
Okay.
Now, Mag is a pretty much offensive frame and not much of a defensive frame. She's not pretty much tank, but she uses pressure manipulation, and she uses magnetic power, making him pretty strong. Anyways, moving on. Oh yeah, to get her, either you got with her as a starter, or use the Cloud Dojo, which she needs exam by the way. Now for Measure.
Nobody knows
She's-
how to get her.
There are people who know how to get her, but I don't. But anyways, Measure is pretty much an offensive frame and has a lot of health. This one modded correct. And when modded correctly, she could be used for extermination missions very often. Now, Mirage. She's pretty much as manipulative as Loki. You could say that it's like Loki and Mirage are like something like dating almost.
Friends.
Maybe more than that, if you know what I mean. Like they are pretty much like twins, I think, like siblings, because they both specialize in enemy manipulation and using their abilities.
But she could do 5 of herself.
Yes, Samuel, that's pretty much amazing. But moving on, Necros.
The soul of the undead.
Pretty much the undead. That frame. Him, the Grim Reaper, the one who takes the souls of the dead.
Like Carol. He took the soul of the dead.
No, he actually is a priest.
Who's a priest? What is a priest?
I'll explain to you later. But anyways, I don't know how to get him, but
But I know.
he's pretty much powerful. Oh, by the way, to get Frost, you're gonna need to finish 4 at Mars, the Krill. Pretty darn hard.
Or you need to go to...
But anyways, moving on, Neja.
Nisha, nobody knows how to get her. Except
Him.
to buy her.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how to get him. But pretty much, he's fast. He's pretty darn fast.
Like me. Oh,
No, actually faster. He's like, gonna go faster, no, 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 gonna go faster, no, no.
he is what? Just wait. He
Now,
has speed of light.
Yes, pretty much. I gotta go faster. Because of these things on his legs.
But I could stop him. I could stop him. And
Anyway,
Duncan was my
anyways,
Necros.
going with Nidus. Nidus is the infested frame. Now, I know what you're gonna say. What the hell? Hear me out here, guys. He's like the one who controls a lot of infestation. And, like, you could use him to beat up any enemy, including the infestation. And he's like anti-infested. And he could open for you the infested door anytime.
You could do
Of
that
course,
and charge you anytime.
of course, the reason why he looks different from his picture is that when you go close to the infested door, it opens up. No, seriously, it's real. Like, seriously
If you
real.
go to YouTube and somebody goes to the infested door.
Anyways, Nova,
The enemy.
is actually, I don't really know about her, but she's pretty much like a space frame. She could use, she could use supernova abilities, like stardust abilities, that sort of thing.
Okay, Nick.
Uh,
Now, you forgot.
Now to get her, you're gonna need to finish. No. The Corpus Leader, Alad Yu.
I'm probably against the corporate. They cannot understand electricity. Why I'm not look,
Anyways, moving on. on the next frame. The mind frame Nyx. Now Nyx could be gotten from Forward, the infested the boss charger. He's like the big ass charger.
Yeah.
I mean, he is so huge.
Yeah, he's a big ass.
He's like, what? Anyways, Nyx's ability are used for mind manipulation. She could manipulate her enemies through their minds. So, when using Nyx, every enemy will turn against each other if her abilities are used well and modded correctly, because her armor is pretty much darn weak. So I don't recommend to get her on defense missions. Anyways,
Come on. سكر البيت لحاله.
أذكياء مش عارف كلام زفران.
سكرين على الباب.
أيوة ولا.
هو سكر البيت.
انا هو سكر الباب تتركم سكر؟
لا كنا كل شوي عم ننتبه له. بعدنا قبل شوي طلعنا من اوضتكم.
خلاص بحك. أنا
Okay, now Oberon is pretty much offensive and defensive and supportive. He's pretty much a balanced frame.
شوف هقول لك شغلة. أنا ما بدي أعصب زيادة. شايف لو بدي أعصب زيادة إيه رح تخليكم تعصبوا شيل لك إياها هذه بنت الكلب يلي شيلتك عن العالم كله.
لحظة شوي
تمام؟ هذا مسكر مش شايف مسكر أنت وياه. اثنيناتكم سوا.
كل ما بنفتحه
لحظة
بيسكروا.
لحظة ليك شايفين مسكر ولا لا؟ خايكم بيترك لحاله؟
أنا متى شوف حاله والله
خلص معك خلص حكي معك
لازم أنت تحكي.
أنا ما حكيت.
شنو؟ Right. Anyway. So I am pretty much.
Who wants the armor on Prime Access?
Pretty much to get discount platinum.
I just care about platinum.
That. God. But anyways, to get Oberon is pretty much darn hard.
How?
Like, I don't know how. It's like randomly. You could get him randomly. I don't know how. Anyways, Octavia could be gotten from her machine, yes. Octavia's handsome.
I'll buy it. I'll buy him.
All of them could be bought. Except the primes. Anyways, moving on.
Rhino, that I don't know how to get him.
Rhino, yes.
How to get him?
Well, to get him we have to go to Venus and finish the Jackal mission.
And even for the Frost.
And for Saturn, we have to finish our boss. I don't know where he is.
Which boss? No clue.
Yeah, no clue.
Maybe it's the
Anyways,
the boss key.
now for Titania, we have to finish the Silver Grove. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about Rhino and Saturn. So Rhino is a tank, but not that much of a tank, unless you mod him well. Modding him well is very...
Tenno, a new
Too
alert
much
has
powerful.
begun. It will be marked on navigation.
Oh, he's
Yeah, but
pretty much a
he
tank.
said a lot.
Yeah, and using Iron Skin is pretty much a good idea. But anyways, then there's Saturn.
She's a poison one.
And now Saturn is a tank, and she's pretty much from the offensive state.
And she's
Yeah. We already established that one, Samus.
But not safe then.
Now for Titania,
She has a mission.
yeah, she has a mission. And she's pretty much an offensive frame. Not and but don't think that she will be good for defense missions.
Nope, she will not.
Unless
She
you
has
want
an
her.
Alchemy. She can fly anywhere, anytime. Okay.
Yes, I know that.
Trinity is the healer.
Anyways, Trinity, yes, she's a healer. Although not powerful with the armor, her health, however, could not just she couldn't just heal herself. She could heal her teammates.
And
Like
like Valkyrie,
solo or squad,
Valkyrie,
Trinity is good, and really there's a meme for her. Like Trinity, I need healing. Anyways, now Valkyrie.
she is super mean.
That's in the animation. Now in the real one, she is red.
Nobody knows how to. Me and my brother doesn't.
Oh wait, no. Actually, Nova could be gotten from Europa, the Raptors.
Yes.
It's actually Valkyrie that we could get here.
Valkyrie.
We could get from Valkyrie.
I know.
Her.
Oh,
She's pretty much a tank.
yeah, but nobody.
Probably the most tank female frame.
Yeah.
Actually, the most tank frame in Warframe. I'd recommend her for defense, especially in a squad. Now for Roman, he's not a tank, but he's pretty much offensive.
Yeah, he uses electricity.
And he uses a lot of technology.
And the technology was what it needs. Whoa.
And actually, I don't know how to get Roman. I think you get him from alerts. Because I saw some blueprints for him in alerts. Anyways, now for Volt, he's also a starter.
But if you want to start out for Excalibur and get Walt,
You could do it using the clan. You could get it using the clan dojo.
but he has a boss. But it's darn.
And then there's Wukong. I don't know how to get him, but
You can buy him,
yeah,
but don't buy him.
he's
for-
pretty much.
not the defense slash.
Actually, he's pretty much a tank. Look at his shield. I mean, sure, his armor isn't powerful, but his shields are, which
Yeah,
makes him
but-
cool. And for Zephyr, she's pretty much a durable. She drew.
The wind.
Yeah.
Wind is always.
I don't know how to get Wukong nor Zephyr, but they're pretty much darn.
I don't know
Who's
how to
strong?
get, Robin.
She's more durable and he's more tanky. But anyways, that's all there is for the frames. And to craft them, you're gonna need to go to the foundry. As you can see, I am now building Limbo, crafting Limbo. He needs 3 freaking days to finish.
Yeah, but I have like 3 of them. I mean 3 of her chains. Like really.
But anyways, that's the normal frames.
Yes.
Now there's prime frames. Now what are prime frames, you ask? They're frames.
تاخذها
أنا هاخده.
بدك شيء بياخذها خيك كان جديد ما بقى شيء.
Yeah, like Ash Prime.
Now there's Ash Prime.
Power, physics, everything.
Actually, no.
But the power is powerful more
He's more powerful.
than Ash.
He has more mod polarities, and you could use more mod customizations for Ash Prime. him. 150 armor, 100 energy, 150 health, and 125 shield. He's pretty much a tank, unlike his alter ego.
محفظة
ايه
المحفظة لإلك هيدي تدفعش طعمك مش طعمك جيب لك واحدة لعمرك
Now for Banshee Prime,
nobody, I don't know how to get her, but I know how to get out.
she's pretty much a powerful one. By the way, all the primes could be gotten from relics, or prime axis, or prime vaults. Now then there's the Ember Prime, one of my personal favorite female frames, and my personal favorite to join the squad, alongside Frost Prime and Volt Prime,
Nobody.
in a squad.
Yeah, but it's
Prime.
fine.
Frost Prime is has pretty much more shields than the normal. Frost. Yeah, I don't want to copy the Warframe official channel, but if they wanted to know, they could always watch the videos for that. That's in the main series. Anyways, next one. Yes, Loki Prime.
I just have the Loki.
Now, I like him not just because of his shape, but some YouTuber I actually liked did a video. It was pretty much hilarious. It actually joined Rhino and Loki Prime.
But Rhino, you guessed it. Rhino Deluxe.
Yeah, it's a deluxe skin. But anyways, but the deluxe skins, I will talk about the deluxe skins in another video. Anyways,
Anyway,
Mag Prime
make my
is one of the starters who got a Prime. Actually, the only one who doesn't have a Prime anymore is Excal.
and
Starter. I said starter. And plus, but you will get an Umbra. The first Umbra. This kind. There's more shields for Mag Prime, giving more tankiness, but of course I still don't recommend a Mag. No matter, a Mag or a Mag Prime. Doesn't matter. Anyways, there's Necros Prime. He's more fashionable than his alter ego, and more powerful when it comes to energy.
and more scarier.
Yep, he's scary as, but he looks pretty badass.
Yeah, like a vault with a stick.
Anyways, then there's Nova Prime. Now Nova Prime has more energy than the normal Nova, and every Prime actually has great altered mod polarities and for greater polarization. But anyways, Nyx Prime. Now Nyx Prime is pretty much a more fashionable version of Nyx, and
She's a girl.
yeah, I know she's a girl, and she has energy 150 more energy than the normal, and shield. And then there's the newest Prime, Auburn Prime.
Yeah.
He pretty much looks badass. He's pretty much badass. He looks pretty
Yeah, I
badass.
could get his weapon and it.
Yeah, his weapon is pretty badass as well. And he has more armor, more energy, and more health. Tons of it.
Yeah, but you cannot see his channel.
And then there's Rhino Prime, the more tanky version of Rhino.
And idiot.
Shut up. Get out. Anyways. He has more armors than the normal, and shields. Actually, I think the shields are the same. Anyways. Then there's Sand Prime. Now Sand Prime is pretty much different. And as you can see her, she has the corrupted, the mark of the corrupted on her forehead. I'm not sure if every prime has it, and if they did, I don't know where the hell it is. Anyways, her stats are pretty much better for tank now. As a tank, especially the armor.
Who cares about tanks?
Tanks are imported in every squad.
No, not me. Except me.
Yeah, because anyways, the better version of Trinity.
35!
Trinity Prime, yes. She still has the same armor, although she needs to change it and get it higher. Anyways, and her energy and shields are pretty much higher now. I'm making her tankier. Now the next one is Valkyrie Prime. Now Valkyrie Prime has more armor. Yes, guys, more armor, more energy, and more energy.
No
But
kill.
God, she is pretty badass when it comes for that. Yeah, not much shields, but God, what a tank she is. She's badass. Especially when you get the Theranos and put it on her.
Yeah, but
She would look
but
cool.
she has the hardest mission. That my brother had.
Now Valvan Prime. And now Valvan Prime has more energy than a normal Valvan, which pretty much makes sense. Because Valvan is more... It's more about energy, so it will make much more sense if his energy is pretty darn high. But anyways, the next one is pretty much my brother's favorite. Yes, Volt Prime. Now Volt Prime's stats are pretty darn high.
The energy is powerful more.
The energy is higher, the shields are higher. Here, but the armor and health are
Same.
the same. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much no.
But of course, I'm not gonna stop. But of course, I'm not gonna just stop with the
New alert
Warframes.
marked on navigation
No,
channel.
I'm gonna also start with the Arkwing.
Ice cream.
Shut up, Sam.
I like ice cream.
Now, the Arkwings are basically what makes you fly in space.
Syrup with salt.
There's the armor. There's the Odonata. It's pretty much the basic Odonata. You acquire it by finishing the Arkwing mission, as you can see here.
What the fuck? I can't get it.
And pretty much his stats are darn high. The energy could increase as well. Now the amateur, I'm not sure about its powers, but its abilities is fully, but pretty darn sure is that it is pretty much a tank. And one. So adding it with adding Chroma with this will pretty much make him stronger than Valkyr. Unless Valkyr uses an Arkwing. Then I'm screwed. Then there's the Electron. It's pretty much the most one that conducts damage. It actually releases damage everywhere. Just destruction. And its health is pretty high, also its shield. Its armor and energy not so much, but we could manage. Into this. Anyways, there's Itzel. And it's pretty much a fast Arkwing.
Like me.
It is used for speed. And space, yes, there's such thing.
Yeah, but.
And
Get this.
and it is and if you wanted to keep the teleportation ability for Loki, I recommend this one because you could use Blink, although it would be for a short term of time, short distance, and it will drop all enemy target blocks. It is pretty darn amazing for that. The stats aren't that good, but the speed will cover for it. Now for the best one, the Odonata Prime. Health and shields, very hard. Pretty high. No, shields and health. They're pretty much high. Very high. The armor and energy, however, are still the same. And but I am not stopping here, guys. I am not. Because at TennoCon there's also announced another prime frame. And we don't know its stats, but we know who it is. Good question, Savage. It's actually... No, it's not Harrow. It's Hydroid. Hydroid will look better and more badass. He will look like a badass pirate. By the way. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I see you guys next time. Peace.
نعمل واحدة تاني